Welcome back guys to my third episode of my hardcore survival series. Behind me might look a little different. First, a sheep farm, and second, I've excavated and moved the carrot farm back because I didn't like where I put it. While off camera, I collected all the dyes that I had, but I'm still missing brown and green. Now it's time to go exploring for some cocoa beans and some cactuses. While I was exploring, I came across a village, but there was nothing good in the chests. While gathering cactuses, I came across a desert temple, so I thought I'd explore it and see if it had any good items for me. Sadly, there was nothing good in the chests. While collecting more cactuses, I came across a coral reef. I'm going to save these coordinates so I can come back with my silk touch pickaxe and gather some so I can put around my island. While I'm in the desert, I'm also going to collect some sand, as I'm going to need a lot for a future project that I have planned. Now that I have the cocoa beans, the cactuses, and the sand, it's time to go home. So I don't have to continue restocking my furnaces with the sand, I'm going to make an automatic system, so it filters in the sand and then filters out the glass. While exploring the caves, I've been keeping an eye out for some dripstone, so I can make a lava farm, but I've had no luck. But finally, the wandering trader spawned and they had some for sale. So I bought them and made a dripstone lava farm. Now all I need to do is wait for the cauldrons to fill up with lava so I can collect it with a bucket. Now it's no more using coal for the furnaces. Now that I have all the dyes that I'm needing for my sheep farm, it's time to start building. Now that it's almost finished, it's time to add some stained glass around the outside for some decoration. Now the building is done, it's time to move the sheep in. I need at least 2 sheep in each section so I can end up dyeing them and then continue breeding them. Now that I have 2 sheep in each section, it's time to collect some wheat, grab all my dye and breed my sheep. Now that I've finished building it, all of the sheep are in their home, it's time to just continue breeding them and sharing them so I can collect their wool. I was just about to go to sleep when I heard the zombie villager outside, so I thought I'd just cure him, as I'll be able to use him on a project later on in the video. I also decided to bring him inside as it's about to turn day and I didn't want him to die. The next thing I want to work on is my armor, and I only have 5 diamonds, so it's time to go mining. After buying dripstone from the wandering trader, I finally found a whole cave, but I decided to collect more anyway. After all that, I ended up with 55 diamonds, which was definitely enough to make my full diamond armor set. Now it was time to enchant it. I didn't have enough levels to enchant my pants, so down to the XP farm I go. Perfect, an enchanted diamond set. I am missing a few enchantments, but I'll work on that later. Before making this, I did not do any research, and at the time I thought this would work. I thought that the villagers would just harvest the wheat, then they'll just throw it to the villager in the middle. But they do not. They turn it into bread first, then give it to the villager in the middle. So later on I'm going to have to build a proper automatic wheat farm. Because I'm missing a few enchantments on my armor and on my tools, I thought it'd be a good idea to make a villager trading hall so I can get all the enchantments that I'm missing on my tools and on my armor. This villager trading hall is going to have 2 floors. The first floor is going to be where all the villagers are going to be kept. The second floor is going to be a storage area. Each villager will have their own little pod that they'll be trapped in. I also have a chest above every single village so I can keep the items that I'm trading with them. Because I keep forgetting to feed my villagers so they can continue breeding, I'm going to be making them an outdoor area so they can easily harvest and give each other the food that they are needing. Now the trading hall is finished, it's time for a tour. So once you enter, you'll be able to see every single pod that all the villagers will be in. And the second floor. So when you go upstairs, you'll see all the row of chests along the side. So I've made it so it's an automatic system. So you put items in the top chest and it automatically dispenses down into the bottom chest when I use it. And this is when I realised they turned the wheat into bread. Somehow an iron golem spawned up in the roof. So I went up there to try and save it, but it was stuck. So I ended up just having to kill it. I found that the easiest way to lure the villagers into their little home was with carrots. Every hour or so, I'd go and breed my sheep. Now my trading hall was done, it's time to move the villager that I cured into the trading hall. The dripstone lava farm is working amazingly. Time to collect some string so I can trade with my villager. After a long time of trying to get a good trade with these villagers, everything was just so expensive. But I know that when I cure a zombie from a zombie villager, they give you discounts. So that's what I decided to do. Let all my villagers free so they can get turned into zombie villagers, so then I can cure them and they can give me better trades. As they were healing one by one, I had to try and distract the zombie villagers that haven't been transformed yet, so they would stop attacking the ones that have. For some reason, the zombie villagers can climb up a ladder, but the villagers cannot climb down a ladder. So the only way to get them down was to destroy the block underneath them. The first one worked well. The second one was obviously on very low health and dropping from the chest, not the block below it. The villager sadly died. After luring all the villagers into their little homes, I was able to spend some time trying to get a good enchantment. And I finally did. I got an Unbreaking 3 book for only 1 book and 5 emeralds. And I finally got Mending for only 1 book and 1 emerald. After doing a few trades for some emeralds, then I was able to buy all the Mending books and the Unbreaking 3 books that I needed for my armor and my tools. Now it was just time to add the enchanted books to my armor and my tools. Now that everything is enchanted, all I need to do is go down to my XP farm and then heal up all my tools. For some reason my spiders were spawning, but they were not falling down into the channel, so I thought I'd go and have a look. For some reason they're all on the roof, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Perfect, everything is healed up now, and that will be the end of episode 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.